Hello everybody and welcome to my e-lesson about pivot table in Excel 2016. First, let's give you a brief introduction about pivot table. Pivot tables in Excel are great time savers if you know how to use them. In this comprehensive video, I introduce you to pivot tables in the easiest possible manner. So you will learn how pivot table reports can summarize, analyze, and organize your worksheet data into new and meaningful views. Then you'll see how to create pivot table report. The objectives from this video is to see why the pivot table features is so useful and make sense out of data by creating pivot table report. And if you want to see at a glance the trends, patterns, and meaning behind your data, then pivot table reports are for you. This video consists of two sessions. Session 1, how to make your data work for you, and session 2, which is practical session, I show you how to create a pivot table report. Let's start from session 1, how to make your data work for you. Imagine an Excel worksheet of company sales figures with thousands of rows of data. Everyone has questions about what the data means. How do you get answers quickly and easily? Pivot table reports summarize and organize data into different views that present comparisons, reveal patterns and relationships, and analyze trends. Let's find out how pivot table makes it so easy. Consider this worksheet table as our example. And let's say we wanted to answer the question, what is the amount sold by each salesperson? Answering it could be time-consuming and difficult. Each salesperson appears on multiple rows. Like what you see here, salesperson. For example, Albertson Cathy appears 4 times, Brandon Michael 5 times, and etc. And we would need to total all of their different orders individually. We could use the subtotal command to help find the total for each salesperson. But if we would still have a lot of data to work with. When you have a lot of data, it can sometimes be difficult to analyze all of the information in your worksheet. Pivot tables can help make your worksheet more manageable by summarizing your data and allowing you to manipulate it in different ways. Well, fortunately, a pivot table can instantly calculate and summarize the data in a way that will make it much easier to read. When we are done, the pivot table will look something like this. Once you've created a pivot table, you can use it to answer different questions by rearranging or pivoting the data. For example, let's say we wanted to answer what is the total amount sold in each month. We could modify our table to look like this, which is very useful. Let's jump to session 2 and show you how to create pivot table report. Creating pivot table is not complicated at all and is very easy. First, let's select the table or cells, including columns header, you want to include in your pivot table. If you have more than 10,000 or 1,000 or 100,000 rows, it's quite a bit difficult to select all the table. So we can just select one cell of the table, like what I did now, and go to Insert tab, click the pivot table command, and so here the create pivot table dialog box will appear. Choose your setting and then click OK. In our example, we use table 1 as our source data and place the pivot table on new worksheet, like we see. You can rename the table name whatever you want. Like I just leave it table 1 and choose new worksheet. So when you press OK, you can see here we have new worksheet here, sheet 1. You can even rename that one whatever you want. A blank pivot table and field list will appear on a new worksheet. Excel displays pivot table field list so that you can add field to the pivot table, rearrange and reposition them as needed or remove them. Once you created a pivot table, you need to decide which fields to add. Each field is simply a column header. Like what you saw in our table, salesperson column, header, region, account, order, amount, month. In our pivot table, those columns are pivot table fields. Well, in the pivot table field list, check the box for each field you want to add. In our example, let's say we want to know the total amount sold by each salesperson. So we'll check the salesperson box and order amount field. And you can see that salesperson field moved to rows and order amount jumped to values, which is automatically did because it's calculating the amount. The selected field will be added to one of the 4 areas in our example. The salesperson field has been added to the row area, while order amount has been added to values. Alternatively, you can drag and drop field if you want. That can be directly into the desired area. Some people they prefer drag and drop. So if we uncheck the box and let's drag and drop salesperson to the row, like here, and order amount, the value. You can hear, you see. If you want to delete this field from the area, you can just uncheck from here, or you can just drag and drop somewhere else, like what you see here. So in our example, we need salespersons and order amount. The pivot table will calculate and summarize the selected field. In our example, the pivot table shows the amount sold by each salesperson. You can even add column as well. Let's say we add month to the column, so we drag and drop month to the column, and we can see our table has been changed to salesperson rows and the month, which is in column, and each month has order amount for each salesperson, which is very convenient and very useful to analyze data in our worksheet. Just like with normal spreadsheet, you can sort data in a pivot table using sort and filter command and the home tab on the home tab. Like if you go to home tab here, you can just use any like formatting stuff from here. Margin and center, you can format. For example, you can hide and unhide rows, whatever you want. And let's say you can even sort and filter. Sort smallest to largest. See the numbers get from the smaller to largest, which is very useful. Same as spreadsheet. And we can even apply any type of number formatting you want, like currency, for example. Let's select the row January and apply currency. See, let's do it for all of them. Sometimes you have to enlarge the column here. That's it. Here it is. And last things I want to mention in this video, which quite important. If you change any of the data in your source worksheet, the pivot table will not update automatically. To manually update it, select the pivot table and then go to analyze and refresh. So here is it. Here it's just go to insert, just have to select this one cell of the table, go to insert, analyze and refresh. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any comment or question, please don't hesitate to ask, and thank you very much. Bye.